work than to create a system that makes their money off the backs of containing them.
Right. The money
And
should go
that's
into
an important
education.
issue.
And to compare the prison cost to individual education.
I just wanted to agree with Bonnie on this. In the legislature, at least in the Senate, in 2008, when I went to the Senate, and at first I started talking about criminal laws and how they affected people in urban areas. And I started talking about reentry, how we're treating people. I was met with, oh my God, what is she talking about?
Yeah.
Or here she comes again. Every time I stood up to say something, there she goes, we know what she's gonna talk about. And it was always looked upon as something negative. But when I started talking about how much we're actually paying to incarcerate people, the size got a little bit lower. People started smiling, well, all right. And then as more criminality, as more crimes took place, and I'd go to the Senate, and one day I went in with a whole poster board of shootings from around the state. I started with just in the urban areas, and they sat there looking at me, yeah, well, it's them. But when I started getting lower down to the southern part of the state and out toward the western part of the state and the northern part of the state, I started hearing, yeah, well, maybe we need to do something about it, or yeah, that could be a problem. So it's a little bit of the money, talking about how much things cost to keep it the way it is, and helping people to realize that it's not those people anymore. It's our people. And when they started seeing that some of these issues were taking place in Morris County, all right? Or Sussex County, or Cape May County. It started a lot different. All of a sudden, the people in Trenton and in Jersey City and in Newark and Patterson were no longer those people. That's helped.
Todd, when you had asked what the difference was 20 years, going back 40 years, when conferences like this were white on rice, the panel was all white, the audience was all white, and they were making decisions. And what has changed is the composition of this panel and this audience. Suddenly people elected to office as a result of voting registration, political involvement, and you are electing people who have a nephew, a cousin, a neighbor who understands the issue, understands the issues at a human level. So the political aspect of this, with two legislators here, informed them when you went into Trenton and they didn't understand it, because you were speaking from experience,
Right.
from your constituents, to people who don't have who didn't know that they had constituents. And that's the difference, and that's the political part of this whole picture, is getting involved and making sure that disenfranchised people are no longer disenfranchised.
Thank you. Thank you. I have to confess that one of the most terrifying things that ever happened to me was seeing the panel that I was supposed to moderate. I was absolutely certain this would be an uncontrollable group of people. And if you put any three of them on a panel, it would be uncontrollable with this large number. But everybody here has had a say, and everybody here could have taken the whole time. There's so much wisdom at this panel. I'd like to ask you to thank them for their
Can you just mention surcharges as an outstanding? Can you just say something about surcharges being an outstanding oppression? This is something I just need to share with you because it's been.
As I said, my inability.
Family connection is very important if you're going to have a person leave a system and be able to unify with his or her family. You currently have a system in the state of New Jersey where if you try to call your family on the phone, it costs you like 10 times what it costs you to make your call out here in the non-incarcerated world. That is oppressive, and it supports the dysfunction and disassociation with the family, and is counterintuitive to trying to get someone to have a healthy transition into the system, and we need to fight that wherever we can.
One sentence.
Not in New Jersey.
I forgot Skype or FaceTime in every prison so people can read bedtime stories to their kids.
Right.
That's my vision. That's what I want.
And Todd, I'm going to add this. I had to make Todd right and just say that we're going to jump in. But I wanted to share that everyone's familiar with the privatization of prisons and private prisons. And check if you invest in mutual funds or others, you should really take a close look to see what you're investing in, because it might be that you're investing in private prisons. And although there's been a decrease in the prison population, in the private prison population, even from 2009 to 2012, they respond to shareholders. And they recently announced that they believe that shareholders should not worry, that they anticipate increased numbers of people in private prisons in the year ahead, and they project growth.
You know where they're getting
So,
them from, Joe?
out of wherever they're getting it from, we should be
I'll tell
aware
you,
of it.
they're getting them from immigrants, so with the new prison, as the crime rate's going down, immigrants are the new privatized.
We're going to move on. Let me just say that my guess is this panel runs a continuum from liberal to radical liberal.
Did you notice that the media left after the?
This is our moment in this room. If we don't take today, this conference, as a moment in which we change the conversation in the state of New Jersey from the past that has not worked to the dreams that we just heard about, we will be sorry we did not use this opportunity. So thank you.
Thank you, Reed. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you. Can we have a round of applause for the panel? Now, we're going to start. Now we're going to do the community participation. All you guys got to sit down. Brett Dale. Brett, come on up before I introduce Jim Davey. And we're going to need you to participate. Everybody participates. Come on up here. This is a young kid who started an organization called SPEAR, Princeton University. I went down there 2 Saturdays ago, just group up. And this young guy from Virginia started a program about challenging how we do prisons in this country and reform. And I just want to give him 30 seconds. Brett?
Hi, so thank you for your attention. This is mainly directed at people who are students or who are involved with students in any way. We're a group, as Governor McGreevey mentioned, called Students for Prison Education and Reform. And so we're attempting to unite students in the New Jersey and larger area to work for advocacy around these issues, and also to begin tutoring programs in prisons, working with persons who are incarcerated for their GEDs. So I'll be up here until the end of the conference. If you have any interest, or if we could connect somehow and maybe talk about how we could work moving forward to expand our program to other universities, or to start tutoring programs at your own university, please find me. I'll be right here. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Brett. And now I'd like to call upon Jim Davey, who's going to lead us in this final session. And we need you to stay for this. And is the Imam here? But in any event, we're going to ask you to participate as we brainstorm together. Jim Davey.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name's Jim Davey. I'm with Rutgers University School of Public Affairs and Administration, Center for Applied Appreciative Inquiry. Todd, my boss, Todd Clear, a little while ago was saying how scared he was dealing with this panel up here. I'm equally concerned because my panel is all of you. And so what I'd like to do is engage you in a conversation to do the same kinds of things that they were doing up here at this panel. You know, I want to ask you, and I'm going to go table to table and give everybody ample opportunity to express their ideas for ways to transform the system, to make life better for the ex-offenders. So I'm going to go, the other thing I want to do, I'm going to draw your attention to the last page of the bulletin, the program, last page of the bulletin, and there is a place there where you can jot down your 3 ideas for transforming the system. Please write them down, rip it out, and hand it to me, you know, when you have an opportunity, because we want all of your ideas. But I'm going to go table to table. This is open mic. I was sitting with my friend Donna Jackson over there. Donna, raise your hand. Donna from Newark. I sat with her for about 10, 15 minutes, and more ideas came out of her mouth about what needs to be done than you could ever believe. And my friend Dot was over here on the left doing the same thing. And she said, so I know an idea when it's good because they're clapping. So I'm going to go table to table and ask for your thoughts about what needs to be done. What's your dream? Okay? Everybody up here expressed their dream. What's your dream? So I'm coming around. Are you ready for me? Do you have ideas? All right, everyone, come on. Ideas. Ideas. You're ticking off ideas. I can see it already. No, no, no. Come on. What are your ideas? Here's an idea.
Okay. Well,
Say who you are.
oh, my name is
Heads up, everyone. Heads up.
my name is Amelia Cologne, and I wanted to say my name is Amelia Cologne, and I wanted to say that really what has to be addressed is what the state senator said, that you need to make the laws so that these people can go back to their families. And that's really important because all of these early release programs, if they're going to be on the street, if there's no money to give them housing, how in the heck can you expect these things to be successful?
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Everyone, if we can have your attention, because this is your time. This is your time, okay? Jason, come on. Sit. What is this? Really. What's going on here? Okay. We want your idea too, okay?
Good afternoon, everybody. They call me the Street Council from Newark, New Jersey. One of the ways that we can change the prison industrial complex is by affording individuals GEDs. GEDs along with degrees. I don't know if y'all are not familiar with New York. The governor out there took an aggressive step out there in New York to fund a project to allow individuals leaving there to receive degrees. I'm out here in the streets of Newark, New Jersey, where young brothers and sisters is gunned down by high-power machine guns. A lot of them leave the prison with a 3rd and 4th grade education, and nobody's concerned about what's going on out here on these streets. Obviously, Trenton have a complete different idea of what's going on. Why? Because they're not out here on the streets. All right? So this is one of the ways to transform the prison industrial complex is by affording individuals inside degrees and also by community oversight. We need a community board oversight on the excessive abuse and the excessive force